Happy Tuesday. So I know we have a couple announcements, and then we'll get started, of course, as we usually do, and some updates. So please do silence your phones so everyone can hear. And I know that we do have, Madam President, was there anything you wanted to say? Anything you have? You're still asleep. Good. And then the other announcement, where is she? Where is she? Here? Oh, there you are. Do you want me to bring you the microphone?
Nope, I'll come up.
You come on up. Okay. Uh-oh, is that full of goodies?
Good morning.
I'm not good at this. Good morning and happy 10 days before Valentine's Day. And so here we are again, reminding you that the Scholarship Fund is getting 20% of the sale of the Nothing Bundt Cakes. And is there anybody here today that has a birthday? Any birthdays today? Any birthdays on Valentine's Day? Any birthdays tomorrow? Anything you're celebrating at all? Oh, Margaret's breathing, so I'm going to give her a bundt cake.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so funny. She's following strict doctor's orders. Okay.
Margaret can't take this because she's gluten-free, but I will tell you there are gluten-free bundt cakes. So enjoy that. Okay. The two most favorite types of bundt cakes are the chocolate chip. Do we have any chocolate lovers in here?
Joe Hannah, get up.
She has the fastest hand in Region Zero. The second favorite flavor is white chocolate raspberry. Anybody? Okay. If you've had those bundt cakes, you'll know they're delicious. And you know that by the 6th, we would like to have your pre-orders in. And we will be delivering the bundt cakes on the 13th. Remember, that's not a Friday, so it's a good luck day to get your bundt cakes. And if you don't do the pre-orders, then we will have the bundt cake people here in the South Lobby with lots of them, and you can come and just buy them. If you have the pre-orders, you would need to have either your cash or a check made out to Nothing Bundt Cakes. You can put them in my mailbox in the North Building, which is M512, or in Debbie Washale's in the South Building, which is P112. So we've already been getting a number of orders. We hope you will follow through and help us take more of our kids and send them to college.
What time will they be there on Thursday?
I think they're coming at 10 o'clock. And they will be there till afternoon. What does it say? 10 to 2. Yeah, okay. So we're looking forward to seeing you, and we're looking forward to all of you enjoying your bundt cakes. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, two of you get to enjoy them today, so make sure you go back then and get some more. All right, so we go ahead. So just a little bit from IHS, they wanted to make sure you know that they have a blood pressure clinic February 7th in the North Lobby at 11:30 a.m. So you can stop by with your medication questions, get your blood pressure checked from Mrs. Pam, who is our RN and our IHS medication nurse. So again, that is February 7th in the North Lobby, 11:30 a.m. So just another reminder, please make sure we're returning all of the carts, the luggage, the wheelchairs, or any of those items that we have stored. We want to make sure we're respectful and everyone can use those items. So please make sure we are returning those. Just another reminder, again, when you're going away, please make sure to let the front desk know for our check-in process when you return. And then if you're able to, of course, we know sometimes if you're in the hospital, you're not able, but if you're able to let us know, we usually know when there is a resident that ends up having to go out to the hospital or any type of stay, please let us know as well. And then, of course, if you've changed your phone number. Just another reminder again, I know a lot of this will be redundant, but I want to make sure that everyone's getting the information. So the 2024 Regency Oaks tax letters, Regency Oaks has provided the annual tax letters, and this is important for your tax preparer, so just make sure that you got that. If you didn't, we can help you, so just let us know. So another reminder, the annual homestead tax exemption form were placed in your boxes last week. One will be in each resident's boxes, and it's just got those questions, so please see the front desk or Betsy if you have any questions about that. And just a little updates from our HR team. So we've had quite fantastic orientations over the last few weeks. So this week, we've got a very large orientation class of new hires. So we have some CNAs, which is Certified Nursing Assistant, or HHA, which is a health assistant. They don't quite have the certification of a CNA. We have Rita Harris, our moving coordinator. Stacy Atwell Westbrook, who will be our new healthcare business office billing manager. So she'll work alongside Kyle and Sherry. And F&B, we have Blake Bacher as a pub server. Wonder who that is. And Joey Garcia as a server. So they should be in orientation this week as well. And then in our health center, we've got about 4 or 5 CNAs and an activity coordinator. So quite fantastic orientation program and quite a good amount of new hires that we're bringing on to the team. So really happy about that. So environmental service weekly meeting, just wanted to remind you if you have any questions about housekeeping, about any areas that you want to point out or go over. Every department holds these meetings. Maintenance does, environmental does. So environmentals is actually Wednesdays at 10:30. And Evan holds those in the Grand Lobby South. And you can come and present observations and suggestions or anything that you have and want to discuss with environmental service and Evan, our environmental service director. So again, that is Wednesday at 10:30, Grand Lobby South. So we were excited as well as we have some new environmental service team members. So we just want you to please help us welcoming you Slady and Levies. They're actually in training right now. One is for the South and one is for the North, but we've got 2 new hires for our environmental team. So we're continuing to build upon that to make sure we can meet all of your housekeeping needs. So just a little bit from Darwin and our plant operations team and Chris. We had about 99 completed work orders and about 51 remain open. We did install the new signage. We are making some corrections. We've already had some arrows missing, so we have those that we are getting corrected. The health center, we have a repiping project that we have been working on. It's quite extensive, but that is ongoing. We did complete 2 unit turnovers in our independent living new resident move-ins. We did replace a new HVAC unit, AC unit, in one of the apartments. The operator for the Grand Lobby South is burned out. A new one has been ordered, so we're waiting on an ETA for that. So that is for the Grand Lobby South, that main door right there. The button is not working, and we will be communicating when we get the ETA on that, but it has been ordered. Piper Fire is just working on a sprinkler head in a lanai, so anytime Piper Fire is having to work on sprinkler heads inside apartments, we will do fire watch in that area. So if you ever hear or know or see, that is the why. And that doesn't mean there's something even going wrong with the fire panel, but every apartment has the sprinkler heads, so we do have to do fire watch while those are being worked on. So just FYI. Completed painting all exterior light pole bulb globes. It's a hard one to say. And then the contactor was replaced for the exterior lights that were here in the front north building. And then just another reminder, we are continuing. We've got some good candidates in line, but we are continuing to recruit for our maintenance team as we are down a few of our techs. So that can sometimes be a very long process, but we want to find the right people, not just the first people. So we always make sure that we have good processes in place to get good team members. And of course, we'll make the offer, do the background screenings, drug screenings, all of that good stuff. And then we're able to get them in orientation. So still working through that process, but we will communicate when we have them hired. Excuse me. The resident service, so I know the fall prevention clinic was rescheduled, and that will actually be now Friday, February 21st from 10 a.m. till noon in the fitness center. So again, that will be, the fall clinic is rescheduled, and that is February 21st, 10 to noon. So again, we just want to remind you, I keep talking about it, but we do have additional cases of COVID in the healthcare center. The flu is starting to resolve, but we just want to make you aware that there are quite a few variants between COVID, flu, and norovirus are all on the rise, and they're taking a lot longer to recover from. Normal time frame is a few days, they're taking a few weeks sometimes. So again, please hand washing, covering your mouth. If you're not feeling well, see the wellness nurse, see your doctors, and just make sure to self-isolate so we don't have any type of spreading, because there is still a lot going around. So just FYI, there is still the outbreak in healthcare for the COVID. Yeah. So today, right after Tuesday Talk, we'll have Kelly, Carol, Ginger, Sam, and Barbara is hosting our Wellness Journey Challenge to kickstart our spring activities. Again, we had asked that you sign up at the trip table, but again, that is going to be today, February 4th, here in the Town Hall, right after Tuesday Talk questions and answers. Isn't that the cutest? Ginger, we all love dogs, okay? Keep them up there, and cats. So Tuesday, February 4th, we do have our resident wellness mapping. Like I said, directly following Tuesday Talk. Wednesday, the 5th, Trader Joe's at 10:30, trip table for open seats. Wednesday, February 5th, an hour with Frank Twait. That will be at 3 p.m. in the Town Hall. And funny. February 5th, we'll have our RO Dance Night at 7 p.m. in Grand Lobby South. And then Thursday, February 6th, Theater Group, 1 p.m. in Town Hall. And then Friday, February 7th, Vocal Cords at 12:45 in Town Hall. And then Saturday, February 8th, Trivia Game Night at 7:30 p.m. Grand Lobby South. So lots going on this week, and Food and Beverage has a lot planned for this coming month. So just a little reminder, we are ordering more elevator flyers. We are getting the actual holders, so please do refrain from taping anything up. We do want to keep them looking nice, but we are getting 2 additional holders just for more information. And just a little update from sales. So they've been busy little bees over there. We actually had 4 contract closings on a budget of 2 for January. So they're already working on February closes. So every month is kind of the same for them, as keeping them busy. I know we've mentioned it, but the entire sales team and myself are leaving today for a conference at the end of the day, for a conference in Orlando. It is the Sales Vibe Conference. So our entire team will be there, as well as myself and Kyle, sales team. So we will be having other departments. We have a really, really fantastic teamwork here, this community. It's been something I've always been really proud of. So the team is pulling together Sherry, Betsy, Dawn, and they will be helping us cover the sales office while we are all out at the conference. So we appreciate them in advance, and I know that they'll be helping with that, and that is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Aaron said the date for the new resident and family cocktail party is February 20th from 5 to 7 in the sales office. The new residents will receive invitations. So we'll get more information out on that, but it looks like February 20th is the new date. So like I mentioned, food and beverage has a whole lot going on. We'll try to keep it all together, but very, very, very busy month. So their French theme night is on 2/27, and they're having an after party here at Town Hall from 7 to 8:30. They said everyone dress up and wear white. Tacos and Tequila is Tuesday the 4th in the Regency Room. Wine Club is 2/11. Beer Club is 2/17. It looks like that's a road trip to the Tampa Brewery. Barbecue in Bourbon, a pig roast is at 6 p.m. in the Regency Room on the 25th. Ricky said he'll be roasting a pig all day. And then our gourmet will be the 12th and the 26th. Our Italian dinner on the 20th, and food and wine on the 24th. So I think you're going to be spending a lot of time eating and drinking in February. So you're going to be quite busy. So we look forward to those events, and just a reminder that Chef Tony has moved his office to the south building on the 2nd floor. So we have additional assistants over there. So just a little bit of updates about Blue Team. So we now are entering phase 2 of the restoration project. Residents that were affected have received that letter informing them that the scope of work requires them to relocate from their apartment for about 7 to 10 days to complete that remediation and reconstruction. We have made temporary apartments for residents to stay here on site, and we also have a contracted rate with Town Suites down the road. It's about 8 minutes away as well, but we of course would love to keep you here as well. So lots of things in place for that. Of course, our goal is to complete all of the work as efficiently and quickly as possible. So again, we're kind of working through the process. We're trying to do 10 to 15 resident apartments at a time. Blue Team has all of their equipment on site and all of their team who have been doing the work, and we meet about twice a day and to discuss, next steps and whatnot. So continuing that progress, and very large scale, of course. As we mentioned, there's about 212 areas that we'll be addressing in its entirety, and about a little less than 100 apartments. So bear with us. We're continuing to work through it and getting them done. Some are getting done in less time, so we're just trying to make sure it's as painless as possible, although we know it's not convenient. So just another information about that. I know we mentioned it. Only certain residents are affected. By now you have gotten that letter. It's the 7 to 10 days to a temporary on-site guest suite. Rudy is going to be here with us, as well as Donna June and Jeffrey. We are doing a full-scale mitigation construction, and the internal units, interiors, communal areas, and then the exterior, roof, sales cupola, fence, and other areas. And then we are working with the engineer on a plan for sealing the exterior as well. So I'm just putting all this information up there again to remind you. I know we've talked about it and I know we've discussed it, but I just want to make sure that we're kind of clear on what that scope looks like. And then the north dining room, private dining room, sports bar, activity room, and library. So those are all on the scope as well. So again, just putting this information up there so you're kind of clear on the tentative plan. Of course, as you know, in construction, things awry and things can change, but this is, for the most part, the large-scale plan. So other than that, just a little bit of follow-up from myself. You know, I was out a few days last week, away from the fun stuff. Looks like I spelled my name wrong. Look at that, I'm Kinsey now. I will be Kinsey now. Sales conference, as I mentioned, to tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I will be out of the office again, unfortunately. But I'm always available. I usually have my email, my phone. If there's anything that arises, I have my team here that can assist. I know we mentioned Blue Team, we've discussed that. Pendants, we are still working on those last few. Betsy's been working on that, so no major updates for that topic at the moment. We did have our Mix Network visit last week. So that is for our phones project, for administration phones. They are antiquated, they are older, and they need to be completely replaced. So Mix Network was the one that came out and did an assessment and evaluation of the community and kind of took a look at our needs so we can start that project. But we'll be getting new phones because they're going to die on us any day now. We did meet with TKE, their representative for the elevator project. We are, of course, as we know, we have $500,000 in CapEx approved for the elevators. So we sat down and discussed what the best plan of action for that was. And we requested that a technician come back out to complete an evaluation. And they came out yesterday. I don't have the results, so don't have the information just yet. They just finished yesterday, but we'll have a better idea of which elevators need the most work, what needs to be done, etc., etc. So more to come. That's as much as I know as of today. So, and as far as the chef meetings, I was really happy to see the turnout. I walked by there numerous times. Lots of participation, so thank you. It was really good to be able to hear all of that feedback and allow Chef to have that open dialogue and discussion. So thank you for everyone, Ms. Margaret and Candy, for taking hours of notes. And I know you'll be consolidating all of that feedback and reporting back with the food committee. But we really just appreciate all of the participation in that. So I know I mentioned the skilled nursing was out in a outbreak. Sorry about that. We, of course, are suggesting that you do not visit. We cannot mandate that you don't, but we are suggesting highly that you don't because they are still in a COVID and flu outbreak. And then as far as with the Blue Team project, they have been very helpful partners to be able to come to Tuesday Talk and answer all the questions that I can't answer. So they will be here every Tuesday, and they will be able to answer a lot of your specific questions that you may have about the scope, about the project. So that will be highly appreciated. So we highly encourage you to come to Tuesday Talks, and or if you can't make it at 10:30, they are joining us at 11, right after Tuesday Talk usually, to answer any questions. So every Tuesday at around 11 o'clock, if you have anything for Blue Team, please come to Tuesday Talk so they can answer those questions. Betsy and I and my team will try to triage as much as possible. We're not in the remediation, restoration business. We don't know all the answers. We don't know every scope. We don't know what they just did yesterday all the time. So we are trying to facilitate that communication so you have all the answers. So that forum and that platform and that process will be to attend Tuesday Talk, 11 a.m. You don't have to come at 10:30 if you just want to talk Blue Team, and they'll have someone in here at 11 to help answer those questions. I feel like I saw Sarah walk in. So this is actually Sarah. She is with Blue Team. Your title is Senior Project Manager. So Sarah doesn't live here locally. She comes and visits frequently, but she is essentially the overall project manager. And then, of course, we have Donna, June, Jeffrey, and Rudy. Again, lots and lots and lots of work, very large scope. So I wanted them, the experts, to be able to answer any of your questions that you may have about the project in order to get you accurate information. So with that being said, any questions you have for me for Regency, and then I'll hand it over to Blue Team for any of their questions.
Yes. You know what I'm going to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about the blue team, they seem to be doing what they need to do. But I was one of the first units that was relocated. The big problem started, I did get a letter, but all of a sudden, on a Tuesday afternoon, the blue team showed up and said, here we are to start work. And I said, where am I supposed to go? No one knew. We ultimately found out we were going to move to M304, but we didn't have the key. We finally got it Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday morning, whatever. Blue team started. Bad time to start, because they were finished the initial work on Friday. Then we had to wait Saturday and Sunday and Monday for the inspector to come, and as of 10 o'clock this morning, we're still waiting for the results. So that's 3.5 days, nothing done in the apartment. Now let's talk about the apartment. The temporary apartment that I moved in. It has something, I'm telling you this for anybody else that has to move, be aware. There was a sign on the back of the door, said all the systems had been checked, except some of the lights were out. The fan and the light in the living room wasn't working. The fan and the light in the lanai still doesn't work. The air conditioner was off. They finally came and started the air conditioner, but the control box, which is where you control the temperature, needed a battery. We didn't know that. So the air conditioner went out again. The toilet didn't flush. The garbage disposal wasn't working. The dishwasher wasn't working. They had table in there, and every day a nut would fall off. I don't know where it came from. So we're waiting to have the table fixed because the leg's about ready to fall off. So that's what's happened. You have to do a better job of getting those apartments ready.
So I completely agree with you, and thank you for that feedback. I most certainly.
Thankfully, maintenance is right across the hall.
That's right.
And they spent a lot of time in that apartment, so
Yep.
something needs to be improved.
Absolutely. So of course we are learning how to relocate 10 and 15 residents at a time on a time frame into new apartments, right? So these are temporary guest stays. They are not the Ritz-Carlton by any means, but we will send you there if you like, Tony. But nonetheless, we will do better. So thank you for that feedback. We'll make sure, like I said, as we work through the process, I think you were some of the first groups, we'll get all of that work through. Do you want clarification from Blue Team about, you said there's delays? You want to speak with them?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
No problem.
Yes.
You got it there today, so it's
I'm sorry?
starting this room today.
They got cleared, they're starting you today. Here you go. Thanks, Blue Team. Any other questions for me? Feedback, comments? No? Yes, Ms. Mimi.
This is about the dining room, and I should have gone to the dining meeting room. I get a carton of whole milk to use in my coffee in the morning at home. And I'll tell you, I open it up, and the next day it's thick and sour. And, like it's dated out for 5 days. And the kitchen did mention that there's a problem with the refrigerator. Now, this has been happening for about a month. I don't know if they're leaving the milk out or whatever, but this has happened many, many times.
Okay. I don't know anything about that. I'm not aware of an issue with the refrigerator, or we wouldn't be addressing that, so I'll follow up with Ricky.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, feedback? Yes, it's Chris.
I'm sorry to bring this up here, but I keep forgetting to send you a text. There's a cabinet on the 5th floor south near, Eswing, in the north building, near the freight elevator. It has double folding double opening doors, like French doors. But one of them is missing, and it was damaged, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. And sat there damaged for a long time. Then it was removed, and it's been removed for about 3 months, I would guess. I've sent numerous requests to maintenance to replace that door, but and other people have too, right? So I think it's about time that were fixed if possible.
So it's 5th floor south cabinet near the freight elevator?
The north building.
Understood, thank you. Savannah, got it. Okay. Alright, any other questions? Anything for Blue Team? Any questions that you have while they're all here about your specific apartment? Nope, Miss Mary Ellen?
Just a procedural question. Why are they not sealing the outside so we don't get any more water in before they make all the improvements?
So, as I mentioned, they do have an engineer that's working on a plan for that, but I actually will let Sarah kind of speak to that because those are conversations we've had as well. So, I know that's kind of her expertise, so let her speak to that.
Hi, thank you. So yes, we are working on a proposal for waterproofing and sealing the building exterior. We don't typically get 100, 150 mile per hour winds with all of that wind-driven rain anytime outside of that hurricane season. So we don't expect that there's going to be significant water intrusion unless there's another heavy rain event or a heavy hurricane storm. So we should not be getting any additional water intrusion in the time that we're sort of making the interior repairs. And we should have all of those exterior repairs completed before hurricane season.
Thank you, Sarah. Any other questions? Okay, well, I know you've got the wellness, so I will let Kelly take it from here.